Hey guys, long time no see. Hope everybody's doing okay. Just want to make a quick video. Don't mind me trying to juggle the camera at the same time because I'm trying to drive the truck and it's a stick shift, so don't mind me. Just wanted to say that I know that I posted last time that I was gonna slow down a bit, and this is definitely gonna be a little bit more different. And the reason being is that if some of you saw my story that I blew up the XRS, and it was more of a mechanical issue that it was bound to happen. And the reason I'm saying that is because I just put in a brand new rebuilt transmission from Monkey Wrench Racing, and they did an awesome job. Everything was to the T. First gear, third gear went out like smooth, like butter. The stage one clutch from X Clutch was great also. Everything was perfect. It was driving great. I was extremely happy with it. The story is that I got it running about a month ago again, and there's only one video that I posted having it running, and it's on my IG. If you guys want to take a look at that, it's perfectly fine. Scroll down and you'll find it. So about a month ago, I put it back together. I decided to take it to New Mexico. I live in Arizona, and we were going to a festival of hot air balloons. And I know it might sound out of the blue, but there's a festival of hot air balloons that everyone across the world goes to, and it's called Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I live in Tucson. It's roughly an 8 to 9 hour drive, and the kids at the time had fall break. I had to go to work, so I decided to take two cars. One of the cars was the XRS, and my wife took the family truck. So we caravanned over there. XRS drove great. I'm trying to manage my speed right here, don't mind me. So we caravanned over there. I took the XRS. XRS drove great. The transmission was great. I was playing around with a few cars here and there. It made it all the way to Albuquerque, which was a 9 hour drive. All fluids were good, nothing was leaking, everything was nice and perfect. When it came to coming back, I left my wife and kids over there with my in-laws for the whole week. I came back, and 4 hours into the drive, I decided to play around with a few cars. And I'm not gonna lie, I did redline the shit out of it. Coming back, I was trying to pass a car, and I was redlining the car like at 8 grand, 8200. Passed the car, and all of a sudden the motor started knocking out of the blue, and I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. Closest gas station was 25 miles away, and it was very, very. I was very dumbfounded, lost. Not knowing what to think overall, because I should have been careful. I should have been safe. I should have been very aware of what was going on, because it's an 8 to 9 hour drive, and I was just riding solo by myself. And me being a dumbass, I had a little bit too much fun. The motor started knocking. So long story short, I had to call my brother, and he came over and picked me up on a trailer. We trailered the car back home. The in-laws let me borrow the AAA, which only covered 100 miles. After that, the car had to be trailered. So my brother and my in-laws had to rescue me. But right now, I haven't even bothered looking at the XRS. I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even touched it. Pull into the garage, and it's just, I don't want to think about it. Am I going to sell it? No. Am I going to build it? Yes. I just don't know what the extent to the damage is. Do I have a hole in the block? I am not sure, but I can tell you this. Once it started knocking, I drove it for 20-30 miles. That's a long time. So when I finally got to the gas station to get like some help, because I was stuck in the middle of nowhere, give me a second. I had to drive it like that. So by the time I got to the gas station, the motor just seized. It wouldn't crank. It wouldn't go anywhere. It was misfiring, sputtering like no other. It was just gone. It was toast. When we got into the trailer, I looked underneath the carriage and it was just pissing with oil, just all over the place. I'll probably look into it tomorrow because it's been over a month, and I was very, very frustrated at the time. It's been well over a month, but the lesson is that if you want to take your pride and joy of a toy to a long hour drive, like a serious big drive, it's okay to have fun, but there's an extent to it. Just don't be a dumbass and try to think that you could do whatever you want with your car and it's gonna hold up, because the odds of it, it's not. They're odd. I mean, it probably will if it's brand new, but if it has well over, because my car right now has 130,000 miles on it, and I only drive it a few times a month. I mean, when it was driving. Downshift. So every time I drove the EXRS, I would beat the living shit out of it. And when the car gets abused, every time it gets turned on, it's bound to happen that's going to break down. And I saw it coming, but it was a little bit negligent for me to actually have fun with it 8 hours away from home. So I saw it coming, that the way that I beat it up, every time I turn on the car, I hit lift, I redline it, and it's just bound to happen. I mean, the car has over 100,000 miles. It was bound to happen. So I only drive the car per year, probably, if I were to guess, like 300 miles a year. I've had the car for about 4.5 years, going on to 5, and it just gets beat up every single time I turn it on for 500 miles a year. And I think it was just for it to take, time was coming, it was bound to happen. So I'm gonna post a video, I'm gonna drop some oil, see if I see some, I'm sure I'm gonna see some shit in there, but stay tuned. I'm gonna post a video on YouTube about that, but just thought I should rant about it here, let you guys know what's going on, because I've been on a low. That same day, unfortunately, my grandmother passed away, so it was a little bit hard for me to kind of take in all this mess that was going on at the time. My wife's truck just broke down too, so it needs a water pump, and it's timing chain driven, so that's not gonna be no fun at all. So I gotta take care of that. There's the kids, there's, adult stuff that we all hate. So the holidays are coming up, so just trying to juggle everything at the same time. So that's why I've been out on the low, trying to get my shit together, I would say, which I am, but sometimes we all need a little bit of alone time to actually get it situated when we have a lot going on. And as we know, this industry, it is not cheap. Building a car is not cheap. Parts are not cheap. I paid a pretty good penny to Monkey Wrench Racing to do my transmission, and they, like I said, it did an awesome job. If you guys want to hit them up, they do a really good awesome job building the C60 trans. And when I broke down, my fluid levels was great. I checked, the motor started knocking, I I pulled over, I checked my oil was great, oil was full. It was a spun bearing. It sounded like it was a spun bearing. That's what it was. So probably what hit the limit was, it was going out the door. I over revved it, spun a bearing to the point it just drove it 30 miles like that, and it just seized. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys for all your being a subscriber on YouTube. I'm like halfway there to getting monetized, so it's a little bit exciting. I don't ask anything from you guys, but just if you know anybody that wants to see some content, in which I'll probably have something going on at the moment. I have a couple of things in mind that kind of will put me in a budget, maybe getting another car and building that little by little while I'll save up to build the motor, or maybe get a new motor, because I don't know. Like, I mean, I might have a hole in the block with running like that, so I don't know what the extent is until I look at it tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. It's gonna be a fun process, I can tell you that. It's gonna be a very fun process because it's gonna be something new to me. I gotta tear down the motor and see what's going on, because it's completely gone now. So trying to make a turn and shift at the same time. So I'll let you guys go before I get pulled over. I'm about to get to work, so take care, guys, and I'll see you guys at work. All right, thanks.